So, Ajay, we've often spoken on the show about how 1991 to 2011 was a golden period for us and things kind of went downhill from there. Explain to me why it was a golden period and the role that globalization played in it, and also how we kind of lucked out in some ways.
1991 to 2011, in a 20-year period, India got a 4x of GDP, well measured GDP, if I may add. And that is simply the biggest shining success in 5,000 years of Indian history. Okay, like you'd have to go to Mohenjo-daro and find 20 years which worked better than these 20 years. So it's a particularly important period in thinking about, how do we bring things together? What are the pieces that create such a almost generation long growth episode? Now, I want to emphasize the role of globalization in what happened for India in that period. Okay, so let's go through pieces. Let's first think about technology. Okay, so India made progress on the back of global technology. There was new global technology coming into every imaginable area in India. All along, what had been the problem was that the Indian state had put barriers against the Indian people harnessing the best Western technology. So now, because those barriers came down, people in India started importing better machine tools, better machines to make cloth and yarn and automobiles and so on. So there was this great wave of better technology that came in. Most important, this happened in the field of computer technology and telecom. Okay, so we got CPUs and we got operating systems, we got fiber optic cables, we got the internet. Okay, and I want to pause there to say to every enthusiastic nationalist on this show that there was no sovereign CPU. There was no sovereign Indian internet. Nobody said that there will be an Indian alternative or an Indian counterpart. That's just nonsense. Like, we participated in global systems. That's all. Like, you don't need to make a fuss about it. There's nothing sovereign about technology. So there was no Indian CPU. There was no Indian hard disk. There was no Indian operating system. We just used everything. We used the internet. We used Unix. We used TCP/IP. We used those global database engines and we powered Indian growth.